And guess why it's Vlogmas.
Hey puppy, good morning. Good morning. Happy Vlogmas. You got a DGL knee today. Oh, hey, look at me. Pearl. Good morning. Say good morning. Say happy Vlogmas. Happy Vlogmas. This is Barbara back with December 3rd Vlogmas. I just realized when I hold the phone to take a video, I hold it up and down so I have the vertical line and the vertical portrait. So I just said good morning to Pearl. And I just realized I do that every time. I should have realized it before. I'm going to do my podcast today. I was going to, I've been looking for an excuse to not do it. It's hard to sit down and do a podcast after it's been so long since you've done it because, it's not as easy as it looks. Plus, I don't have show notes. I was going to sit down and do show notes last night, and I didn't. I sat down and finished a book. I'm reading The Court of Thorn and Roses, which a lot of people love, and I just finished the second book, and I can't wait till the third book comes to me. I have been reading so much in the last few months since I figured out how to get ebooks and audiobooks from my library. I used to read all the time, and I've gotten out of the habit of reading for some reason. I go in and out. But anyway, so I've been reading quite a bit, and so I read last night instead of getting organized for my podcast because I'm a little bit of a procrastinator. We didn't end up going to visit my in-laws even. Dennis wasn't feeling terrific, and so we didn't go. We'll probably go tonight. So I'm not feeling very prepared for my podcast, and it's hard to do one when you're out of the habit of it. And a lot has been going on, and I can't possibly talk about everything, or it's going to be a 2-3 hour podcast. Heck, I can't even say good morning without spending 5 minutes. So that's part of the problem. I'm just going to leave a bunch of stuff out. It's the only way. But I'm going to do my podcast today. So I'm going to open my Advents. I'm going to drink my coffee. And I'm going to maybe knit a little bit on my portage and take Pearl for a walk and come home and take a shower and do my podcast. And we'll see what happens. Unfortunately, podcast day is not a very exciting day on a Vlogmas because podcasting takes time. So, it's going to be an hour to, well, if you're lucky, it's going to be an hour. It's probably going to be closer to 2 hours of recording, and then that means 2 hours of editing or more. So it takes a big chunk of the day, more than 2 hours of editing. Because I listened to the whole podcast because I tried to take out the ums and the coughing. I even took a cough out of the Vlogmas yesterday. You're welcome. But I have my Advents. Day 3. So red and white is from Megan. I couldn't find any nice little bags like this. My sister and I made the bags. I bought, ooh, that's pretty. I bought wrapping paper from my granddaughter. They sell things at school for fundraisers, and so she had really cute little gnome wrapping paper, so I bought that. And my sister and I made little bags out of the wrapping paper. Ooh, Countess Ablaze. My Cindy bought this from the Countess herself. Oh, how exciting. Countess Ablaze. Oh, this is pretty. I've never used Countess Ablaze. Thank you, Megan. So that's exciting. Oh, that's pretty. I have to figure out what I'm doing. I've been, well, you know, you've been listening, or you haven't. I haven't figured out what I'm doing. And once again, I did not bring scissors. What? Did I put them away from yesterday? I often don't do that. My table's a little messy. It's still got my my spinning stuff on it. Everything's a mess. I am kind of a messy person. Oh, but it worked yesterday to break the thing. If you don't know me, I'm a very messy person, and I have a high tolerance for clutter. Day 3, it says gift. What's in here? Oh, beautiful, a shawl pin. Oh my gosh, thank you, Susan. Charmed pin for shawls, cardigans, cowls, scarves, and wraps. Crafty Flutterby. Oh, how lovely. Beautiful. Oh, and it's very light. I like the idea of shawl pins, but I have never actually used one because they seem kind of heavy. And in fact, I have thought about making them with my, oh, and I'm not wearing a sweater, rats, with my lamp working beads. But boy, you put a lamp work bead on top of one of these. Oh, it's very light. Oh, beautiful. Thank you so much. Thank you, ladies. I do love an advent. I do. I need to start working on next year's with Megan. Maybe I will assume I'll do another advent with someone else too. And start collecting things. But this is beautiful. Thank you, Susan. Love, love, love this pin. Now, I can't get it back in the thing. And I don't need to. I'll put it back, put it in the bag. Oh, beautiful. Thank you. I have to figure out what I'm doing with my yarn. I have been a little bit ho-hum about my knitting. I have to admit, I have finished objects for the podcast, but I haven't podcasted in a month and a half, 6 weeks. And I did not do a lot of knitting on my vacations, I have to say. I was in planes for a long time and did some knitting, but I had books and I did a lot of reading. And but I have some ideas for my December knitting because I will be doing Christmas presents. I thought I wasn't going to be knitting any Christmas presents because everybody's in the South now. My daughter lives in Mississippi, and my son and my granddaughters live in Florida now. But it gets chilly in Florida, and we had a conversation, and I will be knitting sweaters for the girls, but they aren't going to be coming at Christmas, so that's kind of sad. So I think I'll be seeing them in January, and so their sweaters, my goal for their sweaters is January. I just ordered the yarn for that, and that may be I think that's the last yarn that I'm ordering for quite a while. I am planning on knitting from my stash. But Isabel requested a pink sweater, and I did not have pink I don't have pink in my stash. At least not, I mean, I have some sock yarn that has some pink in it. In fact, I ordered her sock yarn, but I'm going to hold it double. I haven't found a pattern yet, but I'm assuming I'm going to make a DK weight sweater for her. In fact, while I was laying in bed this morning, I thought for both of them, I want to make something with a hood. I mean, if they're going to wear them like jackets, it would be nice to have a hood. Isabel wants a zipper. She's a big girl. She wants a zipper. So, but I will be making those for January. But I had an idea to do a bath set. I have a lot of Shibui linen yarn, so I want to make like mitts for my daughter and my daughter-in-law, bath mitts. And I thought maybe about trying to even knit bowl to put it all in, you know. And then Amy Beth, the fat squirrel, a couple of episodes ago, showed bath bombs that she made. And I thought, okay, that's it. I'm making bath bombs. And I got the makings for lip balm. So I'm going to make them bath bombs and lip balm, and give them bath mitts, and wrap it all pretty. And I have some soaps. I've been collecting handmade soaps, thinking I was going to do this for a couple of years. So that's what I'm going to do. So I'm going to be knitting bath mitts and maybe washcloths for my daughter and my daughter-in-law for their Christmas present. And I'm going to make bath bombs. Maybe I should try a bath bomb, see if I like it first. But that's my Christmas knitting. I don't know if I'll knit my mother anything warm or not. I'm pretty sure I made her thrummed mittens last year, and I've made her hats, and I made her a sweater for her birthday. And we don't exchange Christmas presents, which just means they don't buy presents and we give them something small. So Dennis will give them wine. Maybe we'll just bring lots of wine. Anyway, I guess I'm rambling a little bit. This Vlogmas is going to be long. Well, there might not be much to show after this, frankly. Because it's podcast day. But I'm going to finish my coffee and organize my thoughts and take my dog for a walk. Sit, good girl. Are we at the park? And I'm holding the phone the correct way. Okay. I think I said that a little later than you jumped, but that's okay. All right. So we are the only people at the park. Well, the only car in the parking lot on this side of the park. But there are a few cars on the other parking lot. Need a bag. Need to sniff. So we're going to do a nice little walk. It's a beautiful sunny day. It's cool, but I just have my fleece on with an outer shell because because it's a little breezy. And my hat on. I was afraid that I had held the phone the wrong way before, and I did want to get some footage of Pearl and I doing our walk. It is a gorgeous, gorgeous day. Hardly a cloud in the sky. And it's cool, but it's not biting, you know, like bone chilling. Although I do wish I had my fingerless mitts. I need to make myself those thrummed mittens before it gets really cold here. So we're having a nice walk, right, pup? Yeah. All the drama, oh my gosh. Getting ready to do my podcast. I can't find my Midas hat anywhere. Is it possible that I left my hat in Egypt? I haven't seen it, and I can't remember what bag it was in. But I didn't find it. So, deep cleansing breath, and get ready to podcast. I'm going to go wash this because I just finished recording my podcast. I don't know. I'll look. I told Dennis I was done podcasting, so he's talking to me. But I got to go see if there's any dark clothes I want washed. Okay. Baking soda, citric acid, and the Epsom salts have arrived. These are the main ingredients for the bath bombs that I am going to be making for my Christmas presents for my daughter and my daughter-in-law. And I just realized I should make bath bombs for my mother. She likes baths. So maybe that's what I'll give her for Christmas too, and she'll like that. So I'm going to be out on Etsy looking for some kind of handmade baskety kind of thing to put everything in, because I don't think I'm going to knit that. and start winding up some linen to make bath mitts. So let the Christmas presents begin. Alright, so I'm copying my files. These are the Vlogmas files. It says 6 minutes remaining. It's going to be done in 2 seconds. And then I'll get ready to work on editing my podcast. And so the editing begins. I'm going to work on this for a while and then have to figure out. I have to go find all the pictures from my trip so that they can go in here too. So this is going to be a while. It'll take much less time. I thought you might as well see me. This is me at home. Oh, these are my upstairs glasses. Oh, well. I hope you have a great day. I hope you've had a great day. We were supposed to go to the in-laws last night. We didn't go because Dennis wasn't feeling quite, So we were going to go today, but I just found out we're not going today because they're too tired because they've been rebuilding their bed. They went to Home Depot and bought new lumber, and my father-in-law's 101 and my mother-in-law's 87. She's going to be 88 soon. These people are crazy, but hey, whatever. So we will probably go visit them tomorrow, and meanwhile I am going to do my Vlogmas first, and then I'll do the processing on the podcast because it takes 3 hours to render. And I kept it pretty short considering I had so much to talk about. It's only 1 hour and 20 minutes. But it's going to take 3 hours to render. And so I'll just do the Vlogmas real quick and call it a day. So I hope you had a great day. I'm sorry this one was so boring. And I'm going to start working on my Christmas presents tomorrow. Now, I talked about it in my podcast. I suppose I talked about it a little bit on Vlogmas, but I'll talk about it more. I got more stuff today. I guess I showed you that. Anyway, I can't remember what I said when, so I'm going to go. Goodbye. Happy Vlogmas.